It's gonna hit me! Ah! It's an angel. Really? Oh my God, it's Frankie Russo. Yep, it's Frankie. I know, I thought he was a janitor at the local boxing gym too.
I guess you're half right. What's up, girl? Oh no! I did it again! I messed up my coordinate system!
Hey guys, it's the Frankie Russo Show. And here's Frankie!
How you doing out there? How you doing? Welcome to RussoNation.tv. I made a mistake. Home of America's Team.today. I got a new website, FrankieRusso.media. Guess what? This is yours truly, Frankie Russo. Woo! Got a great show for you tonight. Great show. Yeah. Special shout out. World champion basketball coach Bobby Knight, the general from the Hoosier State, endorsed the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. That's what I'm talking about. God bless Bobby Knight and Donald Trump. 800-848-9222. This is the Frankie Russo Show, and I'm coming at you tonight. We're getting real up in here at 77 WABC. Breaking news. It's come to my attention. They're remaking Dumb and Dumber again. Starring John Broner, the son of a bitch, S.O.B., Canadian Cruz, and Union Buster, Carly. She says on Fox News, right before she left the race, she believed that Cruz isn't eligible to be president. Farina! Apparently, in addition, Amy Lindsay, Cruz's porn queen, wasn't available for casting. Sorry. And I heard that creepy Canadian Cruz, that son of a bitch, might be interested in serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer. He has a home in Cleveland for the movie. That's what I heard. You can't make this stuff up, you know? In addition, Hollywood's elite, Cher, my brother Samuel L. Jackson, Jon Stewart, Lena Dunham, Eddie Griffin, my other brother, Whoopi Goldberg, I don't know what's up with that, Rosie O'Donnell, you know what's up with her, and the Rev Sharpton. They're claiming if Donald Trump wins, they're going to Canada. Really? Yo, my producer right here says, you know something, Frankie Russo? I'll drive them right to the airport. And I said to my producer, by the way, don't forget the Canadian Cruise. Take them with you. 800-848-9222. This is the Frankie Russo Show. Yo, Cruise Crew, what's up, son? What's going on, Cruise Crew? You're getting spanked. DT updates. Vote for America's CEO. Donald J. Trump. States in play. Tuesday, May 3rd. Indiana, the Hoosier State. Yo, do you believe? I'm going to get to that in a second. It just came to my brain. RSBN.TV. Right Side Broadcasting Network. Trump rallies live. You got to go to RSBN.TV. Right Side Broadcasting Network. RSBN website. Very cool stuff. All Donald Trump. 800-848-9222. Social media, Twitter, Facebook. Send me a shout-out live, and I'll shout it out live. You know what I'm saying? Frankie Russo 1, Frankie Russo 44.3. Live internet stream, Facebook.com/Frankie Russo Show. And then we got the Frankie Russo TV YouTube channel. Tell your friends. And a new Frankie Russo initiative. Help America's team. Help the men and women of the United States Armed Forces fight post-traumatic stress disorder. Right now, my fundraising is slow, but we got to do this. 800-848-9222. So what came to my brain? You know, Bobby Knight, the general, he led the Indiana Hoosiers, that team with Isaiah Thomas and all the great basketball players from Indiana University. He led them to, like, I know multiple titles, in the NCAA. And I was just thinking, it came to my brain, you know, the Canadian cruise was in freaking India, was in Indiana. It's after 1 in the morning. Was in Indiana, right? I think it was the day after he got spanked in the Northeast. He was in Indiana, and he had these, you know, he was in this big Hoosier, I forgot the area in Indiana, but it was in like a gymnasium. And they were pointed to this basketball rim. And this tells you, by the way, he's not an American, okay? This is like unadulterated proof. Any American looks at a basketball, goes to a basketball court and looks at a basketball rim and calls it a basketball ring. You gotta be kidding me over here.
Don't forget, I call him Lion Ted. I call him that because nobody that I've known a lot tougher people over the years in business, but I've never known anybody that lied like Ted Cruz.
I'm telling you. He says I'm an American, and then he gets this Carly Fiorina. She's from Texas. That's her home state, he says, because everybody knows his adopted home state is Texas. He was really born in Canada. So, I mean, this is like one big fake thing going on. He's at a basketball court. He's calling it a ring. He's to validate that he's part of the Texas, his adopted home state is Texas. He brings in Carly Fiorina, who claimed before she left the race on Fox News that he wasn't eligible. Like Campaign Carl said a year and a half ago that Ted Cruz wasn't eligible. Really, Frankie Russo? Yes, right on the media elite Fox News. And by the way, before we kick to a Trump commercial, what happened to my girl on Outnumbered, the Greek chick? What's her name? Andrea Centeros? She's really hot. I don't know if they suspended her or they fired her because she was a Trump. They're claiming they got rid of her because she was a Trump supporter. I don't know. I'd love to find out. 800-848-9222, because if she needs a place to hang out for a while before she figures out where she wants to go, she can come over here at 77 WABC and hang out with Frankie Russo like at 1 o'clock in the morning, you know? Honey, you could dress like, you know, nice and do your thing like Outnumbered. I'm telling you, I don't know if you'll be able to handle Frankie Russo in the same room with you, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'd love to have you up in here. 800-848-9222. We're going to go to a Donald Trump commercial, and then we're going to come back and take some calls. Frankie
I'm
Russo.
Donald Trump, candidate for president, and I approve this message. All talk and no action politicians have let us down, and America is in deep trouble. But I'm going to change that. First, I'm self-funding my campaign. I'm not taking special interest money, and I've called on other candidates to disavow their super PACs, but none of them have done it, which means they'll be puppets for lobbyists, donors, and special interests. I'll negotiate new trade deals, and those deals, along with my plans to cut taxes taxes for the middle class and businesses will bring American jobs back right here where they belong. I'll rebuild our military and make it so strong that no one will ever mess with us. We'll stop illegal immigration, and yes, we will build a wall, and Mexico will pay for it. I'm the only candidate running who can't be bought. I'll do what the politicians won't. I'll produce. We will make America great again.
That's what I'm talking about. We're going to pump the Trump tonight.
Donald Trump, all right?
You got that?
Welcome to the boardroom.
We're going to make the Hoosier State on Tuesday Trumpland. 800-848-9222. Let's go to Barry. We're going to kick to Barry from Mexico. Barry from Mexico. I got to hear this. Is this Barry from Mexico?
Hey, how you doing?
You're on the air with Frankie Russo. What's going on, son?
What's going on, brother?
Are you? Did you see that lady on that chick on the? She was over there on the part of that protest, and she's waving the flag and she's saying, that she's in California but she's in Mexico. What's going on?
No,
with that?
No, I don't know. This is Barry. I worked with Danny on Good Morning America. We
you did?
Quite a ways.
So you're not in Mexico right now?
No, I am. I live in Puerto Vallarta. I moved here a couple of years ago.
Nice, good for you. So you don't know anything about, because a lot of the sentiment is, and I find it hard to understand, that there are some Mexicans that believe like parts of Texas is like Mexico.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
The stuff you're hearing back there is a bunch of garbage. I go back. I got my family back home, but one of the reasons I wanted to call, because you're talking about what's going on with the immigration and the illegals. My wife and myself moved down here. We do a lot of work with some of the churches down here. We have this young lady we adopted a couple of years ago, a single mama, and our church back in Las Vegas was helping to support her and get her started. She makes jewelry. And we applied for her to get a visa to come back with us in July for her to speak at the church and meet the people that have helped her get her life together. And we spent a lot of money doing it. We went through all the right channels, and she got denied. So we appealed it, and she got denied again. So I guess I should have walked her up to the border and let her walk across, and they'd have given her everything.
It's unfortunate, but you're probably right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, just so I understand, I just want to understand this. You're in Mexico, and you're trying to get her from where?
No, she's here in Mexico.
Okay.
She's church we go.
Right.
We wanted to bring her back when we visit, just for a 2-week visit.
Oh, now I understand.
For a visa.
Gotcha.
And they turned us down.
Okay.
And they said because she has no roots here. She's got plenty of roots here. She's a young single mother.
Where's here?
And,
I'm confused. Where's here?
Here is in Puerto Vallarta. I live in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Oh, and she's still in, where is she?
I retired here. She's here in Puerto Vallarta.
And you're trying to get her into America?
Just getting her to come visit with us to speak at our church back in Las Vegas when we go back in July for a visit.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry. I'm a little got a little brain freeze. I'm trying to.
It's 1 a.m. in the morning back there, right? So what
exactly.
Do you expect?
Okay.
What do you expect?
So what's the status right now? Where you at with all this?
Well, we appealed it and they denied it again. And denial is based upon the fact that she doesn't have a big bank account or a steady job that would guarantee her coming back. Well, nothing guarantees anybody coming back, but they asked me and my wife. They asked me and my wife to provide all of our financial statements and names and relatives and blood types and almost everything ridiculous to guarantee her return. And they didn't even look at any of that paperwork. They just immediately, the guy behind the desk sat down and said, denied. You don't have any guarantee of returning.
All right. I mean, it's a tough. You're in a trick bag over there because we have all these other illegals that came here illegally. We're trying to straighten that out, and you're trying to do the right thing. And unfortunately, you're in the middle of this whole mess. It's a big mess.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The
it's
people
really a
at
mess.
The embassy, a bunch of dummies. I mean, particularly when they asked us to make the guarantees that she would return and had to provide the tickets and names and places we're going to be staying. I mean, my family's back there. We're going to be staying with my family.
Well, we got to do something. And unfortunately, you're in the middle. We're trying to get this straight. And I thank you so much for the call. I hope it works out for you.
Say hello to Danny for me.
Absolutely, my brother. God bless. 800-848-9222, all the way from Mexico. Hey, listen, we got to crack down. It's unfortunately people, he's trying to do the right thing, and he's like in the middle of this thing. So, it's a tough situation. 800-848-9222. I'm going to Pete in Great Neck. What's poppin', Petey? You there, Petey?
Congratulations on Donald Trump, first of all, and your show.
Well, thank you so much.
Both a big win.
Absolutely. Just so you understand, Donald Trump has right now is 10.1 million votes. He's garnered 27 states and a statistically significant 1,000 delegates.
Right. No, he's looking good. He's looking good. I think he's going all the way. But listen, for all the people that never voted out there before, they need to register so we beat Hillary Clinton. We cannot have her win. If she wins, I don't think she's going to win, but if she wins, she will put a few nominees for the Supreme Court justices, and our country will change forever.
Well, Petey,
she hates the Second Amendment, and she hates the Constitution. And one other thing, and I'll let you go. And I said this before when I called up. She is a Saul Lewinsky.
Okay.
She's dedicated to Saul Lewinsky.
That is true.
Who wrote a book, Rules for Radicals. He dedicated it to Lucifer. He's sick. He hates this country, that Saul Lewinsky, and so does she. So that's my point. And one other thing is...
Okay, my brother. Okay, wait.
Most time, Frankie. I'll let you know next week.
Oh, okay, yeah. You let me know about the Kentucky Derby?
Yeah, there's two key horses in the race.
Okay, so you're going to call me next week. Got to call me Friday.
Yeah, it's an open race. There's no wire to wire this year.
Okay, sounds great, man. I'd love to hear that. God bless you. Thank you so much for the call. I'm going to do a little research myself, so when PD calls in, I'll have a little more, have some data on my end, so I can have a conversation. Yeah, that's right. Is that Secretariat? 800-848-9222. Did you hear about Donald Trump? I love this guy. He's my gangster. He's the OG, baby. Trump arrived in Frisco, I think it was today, right? I think it was. He was in Burlingame about noon. He hopped over a fence. He entered through the back of a hotel. Yo, this guy, I love Donald Trump's sense of humor, man. He gets it. He goes, I made it. He gets to the mic. I made it. Everybody's clapping. He goes, yeah, that wasn't the easiest entrance I've ever made, because what they did was they formed this chain, the protesters, they wouldn't let him into the building, but he got in. And he goes, yo, man, well, I'm paraphrasing, I'm doing Frankie Russo, Donald Trump. I felt like I was crossing the border, actually, Donald Trump said. He goes, I was crossing the border, but I got here. 800.
Trump, what he's been able to do, which is really ticking people off, which I'm glad about. He's going rogue left and right, man. That's why he's doing so well.
Absolutely, girl. I love Sarah Palin. She can go rogue anytime she wants, and I'll sit here and watch her go rogue.
Donald Trump, right?
Yeah. Pump the Trump, baby. We're gonna go to Dave in Bayonne. What's poppin', Dave?
Hey, Frankie.
What's poppin', son?
Andrea from Fox. She's the type of woman you bring home to mommy.
Right? She's beautiful, too. I'll put her up here. She can hang out. She can talk about whatever she wants. I'll just sit here and watch.
Oh, man. I hope they didn't get rid of her.
I don't know. I mean, it's on the rumor on the internet was because she supported Trump. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm just curious if anybody's heard anything.
Frank, speaking of the internet is why I called.
Okay.
A friend of mine called me from Florida. Now, I'm 110% Trump supporter.
Okay.
And he's on the fence, but he told me, he says, you got to go on the internet. There's a fight going on between Trump and Savage. I said, no way.
Really?
No way. Now, I checked, and I can't find it. He gave me some kind of
I saw the headlines.
Thing?
Something about an isolationist or something? I don't know. I don't know exactly. I didn't actually see the article.
He had Trump on from San Francisco.
Yeah, I love Savage. Savage loves Trump.
Yeah, they were getting along fine.
I don't know. He says it is. I heard I didn't read the article because I was looking at other stuff, but I saw something with a headline that said something about Trump says he's not an isolationist or whatever. I don't know.
But there's something fraudulent up there.
I'm telling you. I mean, that's why you gotta look into it.
Thank you, Frankie. The show is the best.
God bless you. Thank you for the call, man.
Okay.
Thank you, Dave. 800-848-9222. We'll go to David in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Hey, hello, Frank.
Hey, listen, thank you, Pennsylvania!
Hey, absolutely. We had to walk hand in hand with our great sister state of New York.
Hey, David, absolutely. Donald Trump won every county in those 5 states.
Absolutely.
Karl Rove, he had to eat crow. He actually said that means that he won every congressional district in those 5 states. Crazy.
Absolutely, and he got 54% of the women's vote in the Republican primaries also.
Right, so this whole thing that Trump, the women love Trump.
Absolutely. And I think we're going to get more of the black vote. I think we're going to get more of the Hispanic vote.
I think you're right, David. I think once Donald Trump goes into like the inner cities and talks about prosperity, talks about jobs, talks about lowering the education for the students and trying to help them get a grip on the course and the economics of college and et cetera. I think they're gonna. I'm not saying that Donald Trump's going to get the majority, but he's going to get a bigger number than people think. I believe.
Well, I tell you what, Trump's ads in Pennsylvania, his television ads were fabulous.
Oh my God!
Oh, I didn't hear it. Man alive! I mean, they were really presidential. They were just everything, and Donald was still Donald Trump.
He killed it, right?
Oh, he killed it.
Did you hear that story? Did you listen to the California rallies that he's had recently?
No.
Did you hear the Jamil Shore story about his son that got killed by an illegal immigrant?
I heard about that woman that got killed by the illegal immigrant.
The Kate lady, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also Jamil Shore. He's a supporter of Donald Trump. He's an African-American guy. I couldn't believe this. I don't know how this guy actually stood up in front of everybody and talked about his son getting killed, and he found him in the street with a bullet in him. I don't know how. I don't know how this guy. What courage the father had to stand up in front of everybody and talk about his son like that. I don't know how he did. It's an amazing story. You got to go to Right Side Broadcasting Network. Go to rsbn.tv and check out the Costa Mesa rally, if I'm not mistaken, in California, and it talks. He has that sequence with this Jamil Shore. What a guy! It's a tremendous story. You got to check it out. Listen, David. Thank you again, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much.
Hey.
And with the grace of God, I'll talk to you next week. We got the Hoosier State on Tuesday.
We got the Hoosier State, and Real Clear Politics has it close. But gosh, I've got this poll where. I just looked at it today, and it's got Trump 38, Cruz 20, and Kasich 16. And this is the same poll that had predicted those big victories in New York, Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, Rhode Island, and PA. So heck, we just may run the table, Frankie.
That's what I'm saying, David. And is a Trump tsunami coming? And also, I heard the internal polls from a local Indiana talk show host. The internal polls got Trump at 51, Cruz at 32. That's why Cruz is going nuts with Farina. He's talking about a cabinet. Hey, David, thank you for the call, man.
Okay, take care.
Take care, thank you. 800-848-9222. We're going to kick to a DT commercial, Donald Trump commercial. We come back, second half, Frankie Russo. Don't leave, or we're going to work the jab. You better stay there. Frankie Russo.
I'm Donald Trump, and I'm running for president because there's so much misinformation that's being put out there about me. Let's talk taxes. If I'm president, your taxes are going to go way down. And if you have a small business, big tax break. Every other candidate wants to cut Medicare and Social Security. Not me. It's not going to happen. I'm going to bring jobs back from Mexico, from China, from Japan. Obamacare is a total disaster. I'm going to repeal it and replace it with something so much better. At the same time, we're going to make our military bigger, better, and stronger than it's ever been. Nobody is ever going to mess with us again. And we're going to get rid of ISIS fast. And we're going to take care of our vets. I'll never let you down. Please, we're going to make America great again. I'm Donald Trump, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
That's right. Thank you, New York. New York. New York, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Donald Trump, next president of the United States. According to the Washington Free Beacon report, there's a survey. Not a single White House reporter is a Republican. Crazy stuff. Not a single member of the White House press corps is a registered Republican, according to Politico, and it was reported by Washington Free Beacon. Those results are buried in a story this week on Barry Soetoro's, the Muslim from Indonesia's relationship with the press. And the story reveals that not a single one of the 72 members of the White House press corps are Republican.
Mele Kaliki Maka. Happy New Year.
Yeah, send this guy back to Qatar or freaking North Africa and Libya somewhere. Come on, man. You're not an American. Let's get real. Hillary Clinton's adopted foreign national. Ted Cruz is a Canadian. I'm sick of these foreign nationals. Hey, you hear that? Oh, my God. I'm telling you, she does a great imitation. That's great. 800. 800, 848, 9222. Who we kick it to? We go to Annie, go to a chick? Let's go to Annie in the Bronx. What's poppin', Annie?
Hi, Frankie. How are you?
Beautiful, the Latina. What's going on, girl? I'm trying to get the Greek chick up here, over here next to me, to sit next to me with the mini skirt.
Yeah, true. You have to have a nice bottle of cooled ouzo for her.
Yeah, but you know something? If she ever came up here, honestly, we're going to get a little Santana going. I like that. You know, I don't think she could. I think she would lose her train of thought if she sat next to Frankie Russo. Quite frankly, I just got to be honest. You know, she wouldn't know. Like she would come in with this whole, you know, what she's going to say, this whole preparation. Then she would be like, "I'm sitting next to Frankie Russo." Yeah.
She'll get all the gods mixed up. Wait a minute, who's this the god of water? No, wait, that would be Neptune. Wait, no. You get all confused.
Exactly, she'd go into freaking Homer and the Greek mythology, and you know. But anyway.
Anyway, now, well, real quick, I did want to just make one comment about your first caller, and I feel bad, but it's a good example of how bad the system is. That even though he himself is Mexican, but look how decent, and look at the difference in his situation. He cannot be appeased for the sake of the other ones that are basically messing it all up for him.
Great point.
The system cannot work for him. He who is, there's noble reasons behind what he wants to do, and he's decent. That's one thing I wanted to say.
Annie, great point. He's just trying to do the right thing, right?
Exactly. And he's got to pay the price now for all...
Right?
Yeah, for all the other stuff. And then, but they'll label the whole thing racist.
Right.
So, and it's not fair because he's suffering. He's Mexican, right? But he deserves those graces that the others are getting.
That's crazy.
Not fair. But when it comes to Trump, what do we do? There's so much. He's kind of right. I'm winning so much. He is. Listen.
Right?
The people don't know. They're like, it's like saying I'm going to buy my wife a pregnancy dress, but he never got the call that she already had the baby. It already happened.
Great, and I love it. Andy, you're the bomb. Thank you so much.
He's already happened to the country.
You're the best.
He's already permeated.
Right? 10.1 million votes.
Let me tell you, the worst thing that can happen for the people who don't like him is if he doesn't win.
Right?
A Donald Trump on the loose is a very mad moose. And I'm telling you right now, he will not be confined at all to the rigidities of his title president. And this is a man with a lot of impact. He has more presence and resonance than a lot of presidents we've had in the past. And so I don't understand. They're handing us over. Everybody who says that they're going to sit it out, thank you very much for handing us over on a silver platter to Hillary.
Well, that's a great point because the Never Trump, I agree with you. This Never Trump movement that they're building, she will try to become the chairman of it once Trump knocks out his enemies. She's going to try to jump on the Never Trump train and just try to make it even more like they're going to try to, brand Trump a misogynist and all these different things. Great call. Andy, tremendous call. God bless you. Thank you for the call.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful week.
Yes, God bless you. Annie from the Bronx, thank you. 800-848-9222. We're going to kick to a call in a second. We're hearing another thing. We're hearing Rubio, apparently, Marco Rubio is warming up to DT. He says, I do think it's a valid it's valid to argue to the delegates. Look, let's not divide the party. You have someone here who has all these votes. Either he gets 1237, which I believe he's well on his way of doing that, or he's close. Let's not ignore, he says, Marco Rubio, let's not ignore the will of the people. Or guess what, he said, they're going to be very angry. You better believe it. 800-848-9222. Let's go to John in Jersey City.
Frankie?
Yeah.
All right. Remember when we were kids, they used to say...
Wait. Where are we going with this?
I'm talking about the cure for mental illness.
Well, what are you trying to say? I have a mental problem?
No.
So what are you saying? Why are you bringing up mental illness then?
Frankie, you know Maury Povich?
Of course.
All right. I had a transcript by him which would not give the answer to the problem. They wanted you to go to Canada or something.
You're going to Canada?
For the cure for mental illness.
Oh, so you say you're implying that I have mental illness?
No.
So what are you saying here? Where are we going with this?
I have the cure for mental illness.
Oh, so you want to give it to the Canadian Cruise? Is that what you want to do? He's got some...
I can sum it up in 2 sentences.
Let me hear.
The difference between the races is overcome by eating sweet potatoes and carrots.
All right, John.
Sounds to take me away,
Oh, please. Where did this guy come from? I guess, what's going on over here? I know it's almost 1:40 in the morning. Who are you?
Frankie.
Are we aliens? I'm kicking to another call. Thank you for the call. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're coming to take me away. Ho, ho.
And by the way, while we're talking about the Canadian Cruise, I still got it out there. Canadian Cruise's father's, that thing on the internet with the National Enquirer articles, father handing out hands-off Cuba pamphlets with Lee Harvey Oswald. That's a disclaimer. My email address is frusso14@aol.com. If anybody has any data connecting those photos, any technology, I'm looking for statistical significance. All we need is the photo of Ted Cruz's father connecting with the one of those dudes in the photo with Lee Harvey Oswald handing out those pamphlets, and I will go on top of Mount Everest, and I'll talk about that every day. That fraud Canadian and that Carly, I don't think Ted Cruz is eligible to be president of the United States. Oh, but by the way, Cruz just dropped a half $1,000,000 on the table. So now he's eligible, according to Carly Fiorina. Yeah, He gave her $500,000 from his PAC, and now she loves Ted Cruz. He just wet her pants, quite frankly. 800-848-9222. I'm going to Bobby in Newark. What's going on over here?
Hey, Frankie, how you doing, guys?
I'm doing good. You know, we're doing great over here. Donald Trump is...
I always tell you I'm from the 6th borough, because this is like the 6th borough. You look right over there, you see it all in New York.
I'm telling you.
Hey, Frank, I have to tell, because I want everybody to know when you're 50,000 watts out there, what's going on.
This is a flamethrower song.
Yeah, 30 billionaires got together, and they want to try to stop Trump along with Romney and everybody, but nobody's actually paying attention. You remember the talk about captains of industry? Well, here you got Donald Trump, who's a captain of industry, saying, bring it back to America. Let's do what we need to do here.
Beautiful.
Let's take care of America. You got 30 billionaires got together saying, no, we got to shut this guy down. He's cutting into our international money. No, he's not cutting into anything. You guys are not Americans. What you are people who are global economists who want that money coming back to you, and you don't care what happened to the guys in America. Because if America fall, we all fall.
You're fired.
If you don't understand that, there's something wrong with them. I don't care if you're purple, green. They all coming over this country because they know this is the place you want to be. You have the freedoms to do things that you want to do. You have the freedoms and the fortitude. We have the fortitude.
Great point,
we have the fortitude to succeed. If everybody was so good at what we did, how come they didn't go to the moon? How come they didn't go to nuclear bomb? How come they didn't do it? They need us bad. And they want, okay. One other thing I'm going to say, Frankie, and I got to say this.
I got to let you because you're doing a great job. I can't stop this. This is great.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Baby, this just don't make sense. Everybody who's not paying attention, you know, I don't care if you're a man, woman, whatever the case may be, look around and see. Look around. See what you see, what you see. When I'm saying see what you see, what you see, the economy is dying.
It's unfortunate. You're right. That's a great point.
I'm telling you, I'm a cat who pays $900 a month in medical, and I got 2 other medicals.
Wow.
I'm paying $900 out of my pocket. That's $12,000 a year.
That's crazy, my friend.
Wow. It's nuts. I do believe, how you say, pump the Trump?
Right.
Well, I'm saying this for all Americans to understand this. If you don't see your best hope in this man, you're crazy. You're crazy because the other thing about Cruz being a Canadian, okay, so he's Canadian. How come he didn't run for the Canadian presidency if he wanted to do so?
Absolutely, my brother. Bob, thank you for the call from Newark. 800. Thank you, my brother. You made some great points. 800-848-9222. We're going to pump the Trump tonight. As you know, I'd love to hear from some ladies.
Pump the Trump.
Washington Examiner, you know, not exactly a Donald Trump publication. Byron York is not on Donald Trump's team. Maybe he is now, I don't know. Huge! They say it's huge! Nearly 90% of the GOP sees Donald Trump as the presumptive nominee. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Sorry, Cruz crew. I'm sorry. 800-848-9222. This is the Frankie Russo Show, you know. Okay, so we're going to kick to a Donald Trump commercial. I want you all to get ready because then we're kicking into the last quarter, because we're only right now on for an hour, the last quarter of the Frankie Russo Show tonight.
I'm Donald Trump, candidate for president, and I approve this message. All talk and no action politicians have let us down, and America is in deep trouble. But I'm going to change that. First, I'm self-funding my campaign. I'm not taking special interest money, and I've called on other candidates to disavow their super PACs, but none of them have done it, which means they'll be puppets for lobbyists, donors, and special interests. I'll negotiate new trade deals, and those deals, along with my plans to cut taxes for the middle class and businesses, will bring American jobs back. right here where they belong. I'll rebuild our military and make it so strong that no one will ever mess with us. We'll stop illegal immigration, and yes, we will build a wall, and Mexico will pay for it. I'm the only candidate running who can't be bought. I'll do what the politicians won't. I'll produce. We will make America great again.
Let's make America great again.
That's right.
Listen up.
We're pumping the Trump, baby.
Welcome to the boardroom.
Tell him, Donald. Tell him. I haven't heard you in a few minutes, my bro. Where you been, DT? We need you in the White House, son. That's right. Hey, listen. All convention goers, I found a place for you all. You know, getting ready in July. I found a place for you all to unwind. Mad Max Convention. Enter Thunderdome inside the world's largest post-apocalyptic festival where thousands of Mad Max fans gather in the desert. Wasteland Weekend is an annual 4-day festival that allows lovers of Mad Max movie franchise to see what it is, what's really like to live in a society where civilization is crumbling, unfortunately. For many, the end of the world might seem daunting, but for these festive goers, a post-apocalyptic world in the middle of a California desert is a form of escapism. You all got to check it out. This is a tip for Frankie Russo. 800-848-9222. We got Greg from Chatham, New Jersey. Greg, you're on the air. Frankie Russo.
Frankie, great show tonight as always.
Thank you, my brother.
Where's my theme song? The Beastie Boys.
Can we give them a little... No sleep till! Woo! No disrespect to my Afro brothers, but I love these white boys too. I'm sorry. You know, Biggie, I love Biggie. Biggie's my G.
Hey, listen.
I love these white boys. Go ahead, my brother.
I love you, man. But listen, I'm a little worried about what's going to happen to you when it goes to the convention, goes to the second ballot.
Don't tell me you're a crew. You're Cruz crew, right?
I'm a Cruise fan.
Oh, my God.
I want to ask you a question.
You call me up tonight at quarter to 1. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy.
Listen,
I wish I had the Greek chick from Fox sitting next to me, but I don't. And you're telling me about Cruz Crew, who's been eliminated? That's like you telling me the Yankees just clinched the pennant, and you're supporting the Boston Red Sox.
No, I'm a Mets fan, man. I'm a Mets fan. Listen, how much do you
Yankees
remember
win.
when you were 4 years old, Frankie? Frankie, how much do you remember?
Bro, it's 1:30. It's 1:40 in the morning. My brain is almost shot over here.
Listen. Ted Cruz only lived in Canada until he was 4 years old. After that, he was in America. So he's just as American as you and me. So tighten up a little bit on my man.
What?
Be a little
Wait. You're not getting away with that tonight. I'm sorry. You're calling me up now, and you're telling me Ted Cruz is an American? You might as well tell me that Anwar, you ever heard of Anwar al-Awlaki?
How much do you remember when you were 4 years old?
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
We're a land of rules and regulations, right? This is the presidency of the United States. Have you ever heard of Anwar? Have you ever heard of... I'll ask you again.
Every bit as an American legally, and I'm going with Mark Levin. I'm sorry. Mark Levin knows.
Whatever. You know, I love Mark Levin, but he's dead wrong on this. He's dead wrong. This is not a courtroom. Of judges and juries. My brother, this is a courtroom of public opinion. This is not the Supreme Court.
And I don't. If on the moon, where do you think he would be a citizen? Do you think he'd be a citizen of the moon, or?
What are you talking about? The moon? I'm talking about America. I'm talking about the presidency of the United States. Have you ever heard of Anwar al-Awlaki? Have you ever heard of him?
Listen,
have you ever heard of Anwar al-Awlaki?
Good job. You're a good man. You're cracking me up.
Okay, thank you for the call. I'm glad I'm cracking them up at 1:50 in the morning. Anwar al-Awlaki for everybody.
I call him that because nobody that I've known a lot tougher people over the years in business.
That's
but
it.
I've never known anybody that lied like Ted Cruz.
Don't
forget, I call him Lion Ted.
That's who he is. LT, Lion Ted, right. Anwar al-Awlaki, look him up. He was born in America, educated in America. He got whacked by a drone. He was getting ready to go over to Libya to get involved in a coup d'etat on Libya. He assisted the Major Hassan, the guy from Fort Hood. He assisted the shoot Unabomber. This guy was born in America, educated in America, based on the Cruz argument. This guy was a natural-born American citizen, and if he wasn't whacked by a drone, he could come over here and run for president of the United States. Anwar al-Awlaki. Let's kick to another call. Jack in the Bronx. What's poppin', Jack? Oh, man. You believe this? Greg calls me up, got me all fired up over here. I'm feeling good. I need some where's some ladies? Get me some ladies over here. Where's the ladies? What's up, Jack from the Bronx? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Frankie, I got good news for you.
Oh, you do? Let me hear.
Bad news for Rubio.
What happened?
I have inside information on who's picking for his vice president.
Who's he picking?
The world's greatest mayor.
Giuliani?
Hell yeah. That pushes him over the top.
That would be crazy.
He's pushing him over the top.
He's going to pick Giuliani for vice president?
Yeah. I have information from somebody that works down, knows somebody that works in Giuliani's office, and he's clearing his books.
Wow.
That's all I can say.
Jack, thank you for that info, man. You just dropped a bomb over here. I'm like...
Dude, there'd be nothing that could stop him.
Oh, forget it. Jack, thank you.
Hillary would take her panties and throw them in the
Hey, she's in her basement right now. She's in her basement. She's so jealous that Bill Clinton was freaking banging Huma Abedin.
Yeah.
I mean, forget it. Thank you for the call.
I still think we got a good feel.
Is this going on the air or no? It's not going on the air, right?
Of course we're on the air. We're on the air. It's just between me and you, though. Remember, me and you. Nobody knows this. Me and you. This is
the world's mayor.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. We're gonna. Thank you.
Rudy G.
Thank you. 800-848-9222. I hope he's right, man. That's great news. Let's go to Joe in Queens. What's poppin', Joe? You there?
Great to hear you. What's going to happen if one of Hillary's old girlfriends goes public? Is that going to be a big deal?
Oh, I'd love that. I would love to hear that. She straps it on. I heard she says that I heard through some people, she said she's bigger than Bill, she said. When she straps it on, she says, forget about it. Huma Abedin, forget it. She's got Huma. Did you see that picture with her and Christina Aguilera?
Oh, really? I didn't see that, Frank.
Yo, go Google that picture. She's gawking. I mean, Christina Aguilera is beautiful, right?
Yeah, she is.
She's gawking this chick like you wouldn't believe. And then Huma Abedin, in some sort of publication, claims that when she locked eyes with Hillary Clinton, it was she's so beautiful, she said, and she's so little. I love it.
She kind of revealed, well, she's a very attractive woman.
Who's this?
Weiner's wife. That was her aide.
Huma Abedin? Oh,
yeah.
Bill Clinton really sent that in over there, son. Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton did talk for weeks after Bill sent it in over there. He had her up against the wall in the basement with the server. He said, nobody is coming down in this basement without me putting it in there. That's what he said.
I still think we got a good feel.
Yeah, Frank, I mean, she's got good taste in women, though.
Absolutely. Christian Aguilera, my brother, thank you for the call. 800-848-9222. Trumpzilla, what's poppin'? Trumpzilla from Texas. Is this Trumpzilla?
Awesome. Just giving you a shout out. You're the best promoter out there for Trump there is.
Thank you, my brother. You calling me from Texas?
Absolutely.
Let me ask you a question. I have a lot of friends over here in New York from Texas. I don't know how the hell Donald, what's his name? Not Donald Trump. I don't know. Lion Ted got through the freaking, how did he get through the border over there? He's born in Canada. In Texas, they don't play.
Don't forget, I call him Lion Ted.
He's slippery.
How did they do it? He only got 43% of the vote in the primary. He walks around like he's W. Bush. W. Bush got 87%. I mean, this guy's born in Canada. How did Texas, because I have a lot of friends, the guns go on the table over there. How did he get through all that?
He's as slippery as Vaseline-coated jellyfish.
And I heard in Dallas there was like over 600 calls about the machines. Everybody's voting for DT, Donald Trump, and they're switching over to Rubio. That's why Trump only got 24% of the vote in Texas. Trump should have got his 37 to 40% over there. Ted Cruz is, I just thought, honestly, I know a lot of people from Texas. Those people, when it comes to America, they don't play around over there.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
Hey, Trumpzilla, thank you for the call, man.
One last thing.
Go ahead, my brother. You called me away from Texas.
The one thing I'm really looking forward to.
Let me hear.
Is the debate with the Hildebeest.
Absolutely, my brother. It's going to be a great day. Thank you for the call all the way from Texas. Trumpzola. You got to go to this guy. He's got a nice, he's on Twitter. He's one of my Twitter friends. Trumpzilla. Very cool. Got to go there. Follow him. He's really cool. 800-848-9222. I'm going to Heather from Connecticut. What's going on, girl?
Hi, Frankie.
You did a great job, by the way. I want to thank you so much. You all did a great job for Donald Trump.
Oh, it was awesome. I couldn't wait. Everyone that I talked to, the working people want Trump. And we just wanted to say, we used to listen to Mark Levin all the time. I had a lot of respect for him. I won't listen to his show again. He's such a hypocrite. If he sticks with Lion Ted,
I don't understand that.
It's ridiculous.
I like Levin. I don't understand. He's doing this a lot longer than me. He's got a great career. I just don't understand why he's supporting Ted Cruz. And you know something? Even my man Rush. I love Rush Limbaugh is my favorite all-time broadcaster, and he's leaning to Cruz too. I heard him the other day. I couldn't believe it. I love Rush Limbaugh. I was taken back.
I don't know.
I don't understand it.
If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense.
Right?
That's all I can say. I can't believe him anymore.
Right, the will of the people, right?
Yep.
Heather, thank you for the call. God bless you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. 800-848-9222. Wind it down. I got Felix from PA. What's poppin', Felix? I got to get the truck driver in.
Frankie Russo.
What's going on, brother?
Okay. Hey, check this shit out. Hey, you're into the ponies, right?
Of course.
You remember Big Brown?
No, I don't remember Big Brown. You remember Big Brown?
A couple years ago, he won 2 of the races of the Triple Crown, and then the jockey screwed up.
His name was Big Brown?
Big Brown, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to pet him. I used to haul the ponies. I used to work for a trucking company.
Wow, very cool. Wow, very cool.
Anyway, all right. So anyway.
Well, you got some ponies that you're gonna pick? Why don't we do that next week? We'll do it Friday night before the race.
Yeah, I don't know the picks anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. But I used to truck them up and down, up and down the coast.
Nice.
Well, anyway, hey, you know what? I got one complaint about Donald Trump, though.
What's the complaint? Oh, everybody, come on.
Ted Cruz scored the biggest. He scored the biggest score. And you know what that was?
What was that?
When Boner said that he was Lucifer. Okay, listen, man, we can't stand Boner and we can't stand Bitch McConnell. Okay, these are the guys that screwed up the company. The country, right?
Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Hey, my brother, thank you for the call. I'm gonna go to Jose in Bay Ridge. We'll wind it down. I got under a minute. What's poppin', Jose? Thank you for the call, Felix from Pennsylvania.
Frank, Cruz and Carly, they look like brother and sister. They look at them real close.
Absolutely.
You know that, Frankie? You know something?
Jose, did you see that hug when Cruz hugged her? Wasn't that kind of creepy? He hugged her real tight. He looked like I'm not saying she wanted to, but he looked like he didn't want to let go. He looked like he didn't want to let go of her, right? He's real creepy, man. He thinks every chick wants to bang him.
Frankie, that was a classic lesbian embrace. That was not Frankie, babe, all the way. Frankie, babe, all the way.
All the way. Frankie Russo can't keep up with this Donald Trump. See you in the future.